All right. What day is it? What's the date?
It's July 15th.
July 15th. Okay. A Friday. And I thought I would be done. I started this work on this fireplace when? Like,
I don't know.
it seems so long ago. Last weekend. Or Friday. Thursday. Who knows? It's taken forever. But I'm very close. And so I'm going to film it now before I close it up. Because the interior is what I've been stressing out about and working on so much. The outside just looks like a big hunk of ancient brick, kind of enclosed with kind of a cement stucco. It's staggered like this because of the throat of the fireplace, and I had to corbel bricks on the interior to go from the sort of angled sides there of the Rumford fireplace up to a square damper, which is the only damper I could find. I would have to import a US style damper to fit a Rumford, and I couldn't get it done. It would take forever and cost way too much, so I had to go from a triangle to a square. Basically, it was very odd, and I really am stressed out about it. I hope it works. I've seen other fireplace build videos and read about it, and there is there is a history of corbelled interiors like this in the fireplace. It's not like a cardinal sin, I don't think. So it'll probably be okay. It was pretty. I was proud of it. I think it worked out pretty well. This is the damper. My fingers are screwed up from the mortar. Anyway, it works nicely. I have to put the handle on. And here is the smoke chamber. I'm also agonizing over the size of it, the volume and everything. I think is okay. The fact that it takes a sort of a hard turn here, I don't know how easy it is to see this, also spooked me, but I guess it's going to be okay. Cutting through this existing chimney was much harder than I expected. It kind of took a half of a day, which really was one of those things that set me back. They had parged it with concrete, and I think they built the whole thing with concrete instead of mortar, and it was just a real pain to cut through it. And there was this dust problem that we have been dealing with. So the entire interior of the cabin was just this sort of red powder. It was awful, and I was all suited up with. I was taking care not to breathe it or get it in my eyes, but all of it just slowed me down. It was kind of a bummer, but we got through. It's fairly fairly smooth and parged in here with fire cement. And what I'm gonna do is let me reach over here. Can I reach it? I can't reach it. I will lay fire bricks. This is not it. On top of them like this, and they'll come down as a roof. I'll cap it that way, and then I'll add another probably 2 courses of brick to sort of entomb the whole thing, and I'll probably leave it like that and let it cure before we do a test fire in several weeks. The height of this was sort of calculated, and it worked, or I attempted to calculate it, and I think it worked out pretty well. So that the top of this will die beneath or serve as a structural basis for a landing for the mezzanine here, for the sleeping loft, because the stairs are following this sort of stepped shape here. They won't be that steep, but we will go from here where the refrigerator is sitting, which will be the first step, and then we will have to get up to a landing there. So it'll be a steep step, but I think almost reasonable. It won't be a ladder. We'll see. That has to be detailed now. Let's see what else is happening. It's time to mow the yard again. It's laundry day. We've been here for 2 weeks, basically. There is no shower. There is no bathroom. We do have water, but it's been pretty. We've been roughing it and doing sponge baths every few days. But I think our clothes are. It's hard to wash clothes. I think they can almost stand on their own now, some of them. Let's see. The other thing that we did was this trench. Hega did this all by herself, and she did it quickly. She's made me look bad, that's for sure. I probably would have taken longer, but she knocked this out in 2 days or so, or less, with a shovel and pickaxe and a long steel rod to move rocks. This will be our trench for electrical conduit, electrical access to the garage and greenhouse, which is coming out of the crawl space onto the cabin. We met with an electrician last week, and he will come back in August and set that up for us. Very excited about that, and it's going to be apparently fairly easy. We'll see how much it costs. The doors, that's what I started with when we arrived the first week, and same old story. It took much longer than I expected, days longer, but we finished it, and we had to add hinges. God, I can't remember what state it was in when we started. Did I have to hang the other door? Yeah, I guess I did. I packed them with insulation. Let me open this thing. This is a temporary handle, by the way. This is not what we intend to have as the final. I think we'll have a piece of iron in a triangular shape or diamond shape that matches the pattern of the cladding with a couple of handles. I have an idea, but it's hard to describe. But it's very simple. But we should have that made by a blacksmith. So there's the door. It's insulated with polystyrene rigid panels, and then faced with that OSB and a frame, and oiled. And it feels great. I'm really happy with it. And they're heavy, but they swing easily. And once I put in, I'm going to put in some like a rubber gasket, weather stripping. I think this thing is actually going to be, warm, insulated. It should be a nice space to work. Let's see, let me back up. This is what it looks like on the interior. Yep. Yeah. So I think the electricity will come in here. I'm going to have a back wall of storage and a fixed work surface. And I think I'll probably, I don't know, this has to be really designed. I've got some details in mind about sort of some wood ribbing along the side walls here, aligned with the rafters down, that will serve as kind of a framework for I can do a variety of things within that permanent sort of standing structure. So I can infill them with panels, or put shelves in between them, or whatever, and I can change it around. But the 2x4s or whatever will stay. And then I'll have some sort of a workbench in the middle on casters that I can walk around. And speakers. For great music. It's actually, today is overcast, but during sunny days, it's surprisingly how good the light wells work in here. It's perfectly bright. Here are these, all the hardware and everything that we've put in on these has been I haven't solved the problem of the lock and the entry. I couldn't find anything that we liked. The hinges are not what we wanted, but they turned out fine. And these sort of gate locks were also just really difficult. We couldn't find anything that would work. But these turned out to be one of the cheaper options available at like a big box home store. And I had to modify this one a little bit because they weren't designed to work vertically like this, so I had to change the I had to add a little metal nub at the top so it would hang, not fall out like that, and repaint it. And all this worked out really well, so it's been a good story. Doors, and they're pretty level. It's you don't notice there's some minor racking on one, but otherwise they really went in nicely. We've got an order in for some new wood because we pretty much have about a year ago we took a huge order of wood from the local sawmill for the greenhouse, and we've been very efficiently using every scrap of it, cutting it down for all manner of things. But we're on fumes now, so we're gonna put in a new order for some more wood. Not for the greenhouse right now, but for the interior. But one thing, actually one piece of wood we're gonna get out here is the lintel that will sit above the door and run the entire length of the ring beam there. And it's thicker, so it sits out proud, and we'll have a drip edge underneath it that covers the top of the doors. So that should actually come fairly soon. The sawmill guy is on vacation right now, but I could talk to him today, and he can bang that out, in an hour practically, and so we can have that in August, and that'll be really nice to put that up. Okay, I guess that's it. The weather's been pretty good. It's cold. There hasn't been nearly as many hot sunny days as there was last year. And the plants are doing good. Okay, Haga.
Hi.
Here I come. Hi, that's nice. You got that today?
I got these today.
Do you want to show your... Let's see the lip. Let's document the lip. Haga.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to explain what happened?
I dropped a hammer on my face.
You dropped a hammer on your face.
It sounds stupid.
It sounds terrifying.
It was both stupid and terrifying.
Could have been a lot worse.
Teeth are okay.
Teeth are okay. And I think it's getting better.
I think it is getting a little better. It's more tight.
It's good. But it'll be a while before the bruise disappears.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stop.